do you think that this game is going to have a 60 FPS mode, or do you think it's going to be 30 FPS only on launch?
Well,
Uh, this is difficult to say, but I'm gonna, because maybe they surprise us. But my personal guess is that it's going to be 30 FPS only. But we'll see. I'd love to be wrong.
I would love to be wrong too, but there are just some things that they can't cut. I don't think, like, for cutscenes, what they could do, like, they just keep them at 30 and they turn on extra features for them. Games have done that since for
that's a good
ever.
point.
But you can't get rid of RTGI. It's inherent to the way the game works. Even getting rid of RT reflections potentially could make scenes look quite a bit different if the game was artistically designed around them. And they're all throughout the trailer here, so they obviously have made them as a part, a purpose part of the gameplay. And, as soon as you have RTGI, a massive open world, those 10 things tend to not run well at 60 FPS. So I kind of don't. I mean, we're also looking at, in terms of the resolution of these cinematics too, we're already looking at something that is, it's like higher res than 1080p, but it's not a whole lot higher res than 1080p in some aspects. And then you have to talk about crunching that down to 60 FPS. Like, what type of resolution would we running at there with an FSR 1 upscale? Would you even want that level of resolution at all as a game designer that you design this game? Would you really want that, like, FSR 1 look to your entire open world game, especially as a default mode people would play on? And historically in the past, all of the games have released at 30 FPS since, or even lower than 30 FPS since, I don't know, when was it was like
Table Tennis.
Yeah, Table Tennis is a 60 FPS game. There you go. That was a fantastic looking game though. Yeah, I think everything points to this being a 30 FPS game, maybe with a 40 FPS mode on some
Oliver
systems.
I'd agree completely with Alex. The only wrinkle I'd add in is that, well, if you're preparing a Series S version, do you just take the settings there and say, could we run this on PS5 or Series X?
Oh my goodness.
Could we run it at 60? Could we just run it unlocked? What could we do with that? I can imagine some very smart minds at Rockstar might be contemplating that question. But no, I would expect it to be a 30 FPS game, absent maybe some modes that are unlocking the frame rate slightly. Although who knows? I mean, I know that, like, in these cutscenes, there are sometimes some animation issues in these Rage Engine titles. Right. I don't know if that would be the case here and if that would interact unfavorably with, like, an unlocked frame rate. I did note maybe some animation pacing issues throughout this cutscene sequence. I don't know if you guys noticed that as well. Some slightly uneven movement there. Yeah. So that could possibly be an issue as well. They might need to constrain things for.